Hey, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. This honestly should be a little bit of a fun video as we stand out here in the woods during the time I'm out camping. This is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and it just never really, comes down at a time when I'm ready to make some videos. But it looks like WWE is going to be going out and trying to sign a new television contract sooner or later. If you can remember how the last television deal went down, basically it was around the same time that they were going to be getting the WWE network, and Vince was out there guaranteeing that they were going to get millions and millions of dollars for their television deal, that they were at least going to double, triple, maybe even quadruple the ratings that they were, not the ratings, but the money coming in off the television deal. The truth is out there. Less people are watching Raw live on Raw and SmackDown on USA. I think that it was a pretty cool, basically USA went all in and said that they were going to be the wrestling network. They put Raw on Monday, they put SmackDown Live on Tuesday. As of right now, it looks like Fox Sports is going to be the leader to pull WWE. This is actually going to put WWE's Monday Night Raw on Fox, the regular television. And not that many people out there don't have cable or satellite anymore, but this would be a way to get WWE into almost every home in America. When I was growing up, when I was a little kid, we had cable off and on along the way, but a lot of the time I can remember us just basically using the rabbit ears or maybe even the antenna on the television. Most people don't even remember what I'm talking about, where basically you had to dial in. WWE would run their shows. I think it was on channel 31 is where you would find Superstars, Wrestling Challenge. They would have a couple shows on USA Cable, but mostly they were the same shows, just sort of remixed around. But Monday Night Raw would be airing live on Fox. I'm not sure how that's going to work, if it's going to be like a live World Series game, where it's going to be showed, it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, it'll be here at 5 o'clock, or if they're just going to make sure it's aired at that time, much like if it's a television show, much like what's on Fox these days, The Simpsons, Family Guy, where the people on the East Coast get to see it first and the people on the West Coast get it. Here, I have AT&T. I think it's Uverse, might even be Comcast. I'm not sure. I'll tell you honestly, I don't pay the cable bill at my house. Whatever turns the television on at our house, we don't get Raw, basically live anymore. I have to sit there and I have to watch it on tape delay. So basically, the only chance I ever get to actually watch WWE on USA is if something really, really is good. If not, I'm basically just going to watch the clips that they post on Twitter and Facebook, or I'm going to watch it on Hulu the next day, much like how I watched the final deletion match between Hardy and Bray Wyatt last week. So I do have a lot of questions about this that I don't really know the answers to. One is going to be if it's going to be live. I honestly don't think it's going to be live. I think it's going to be appointment television, where yes, the people on the East Coast will get it before the people on the West Coast. Maybe if you have DirecTV, maybe if you have a certain kind of cable, they actually have the Fox affiliates where you can watch them when they're on the first time, and you actually won't be behind if you sort of live tweet the show or anything like that. But this is a way to get a lot of people watching WWE. SmackDown would of course move to Fox Sports 1. I have more questions about them moving to Fox Sports 1 more than anything else. Fox Sports 1 is, I guess you can say, Fox's answer to ESPN. They have a lot of Major League Baseball deals. They have a lot of NBA deals, NHL deals, where I think this could be a little bit of a sticky situation for WWE, much like when Impact Wrestling signed their Fox Sports deal back in the day. They were bumped a lot, and it was really hard to follow when they were going to show Impact Wrestling. Of course, Impact would always say it's going to be on at a certain date and time, but if your Fox Sports had basketball, if they had football, if they had baseball on, if they had any kind of sports on in that normal time, they basically would just show Impact Wrestling whenever the hell they felt like, even if it was on at like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. As long as they showed it, they still got the money from Impact Wrestling for airing the show. So that's, a lot of Fox Sports 1's deals have local television deals for, the NBA, NHL, MLB, but one of the big deals they have is Major League Baseball playoffs, where they show, I believe, the first round as well as the second round of the playoffs, where if those games end up being on Tuesday nights, there's 2 weeks of SmackDown that we're not going to get in the month of October. MLB has the World Series exclusively on Fox, I believe, where if that's on a Monday, it's going to take out Monday Night Raw. If it goes into a period where it's going to go 7 games, there's a good chance it's going to take out 2 weeks of Monday Night Raw. So there are pluses, there are minuses to this deal. There's still a lot of stuff to get worked out. If you can remember how long we talked about the television deal for WWE, where they ended up re-upping with USA, there was lots of talks about them going to Fox Sports. There was lots of talks about them going to ESPN. So anything honestly could change in the next couple of days. So we'll see what goes down with that, or even the next couple of weeks. It's not like they're signing this deal tomorrow, but that's what we're talking about as of right now. Hopefully, I tweet Dave Meltzer all the time, asking him to answer this question for me if he sees them getting bumped a lot like Impact did, and I never can get the answer. So hopefully we can get an answer about that sooner than later. But that's one of the biggest questions I have about this deal as of right now.